What's the deal, gang? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sunday Unfiltered. As you know, let me just admit everybody, a bunch of people at the door. It's open mic, open cam night, so your mics are free to be opened, your cams are free to be opened.
Yo,
And what's up, Jacob? This is a free for all on Sundays, where you guys can we can bullshit here, we can all talk, and you're more than welcome to come on cam. Other than that, a couple of questions in the Zoom. How do I join Wix's table? You're here. You're at the table, bud. How's it going? Is there a place I need to join? No, you've joined. You're in the Zoom, and you have access to the YouTube. You're at Wix's table. The only way you could be here is if you joined Wix's table. If you're here and you didn't join, then send me the name of the person that gave you the link. um, yeah, little intimate session on Sundays, private. There's going to be probably around 20 to 30 of us. No, no 1,000 people on the YouTubes. People are still joining up, coming in. How did I get here? Yeah, so if you're on the YouTube side, obviously there's a bit of a delay, maybe like from when I checked in the beginning of the stream, it was a 3-second delay. But so you're more than welcome to join us on the Zoom, but you do not have to. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So last week we've closed bearish, nice wick to fill, probably, and we had a couple of days closed bullish, which was that wick. We might create a top wick for this week, so I'm expecting maybe the first couple of days will be bullish. The daily's also closed bullish, and we're bullish above the range. All right, the daily range is up to 2053. Why do I hear commercials? I got the Bills Chiefs game on. Oh, more people at the Zoom door. Alright, we're just rewind if you've missed anything, but I don't think you've missed anything. It's kind of interesting here. I know we just opened up, we're driving on the hourly, and there's maybe a bit of a support here, but the hourly's closed below the range. Didn't really break out. Let's see what we're mirroring here. This will be interesting if this candle, if this is just a top wick, if we come back and we can close bearish here again on this hourly, I would be really interested in some sells. Yeah, because if we close bearish on this hourly, we'll close bearish on the 4-hour. If we close bearish on the 4-hour, below this 4-hour level here, right? If this is just a top wick, we're gonna head down here. I'm not convinced that it is yet, but. Okay, let's look for some closures here above 2031.9, and we'll see if we get a decent enough bottom wick or if price action holds it as a support so we can drive up. Ranges are massive here. So 2014 is really the target if we do break down. So if let's say we close. So we close above here. And end up doing something like this. We get a 30 close and then 30 back in range here. Then I'm gonna look to mirror this move to the left if that happens as we break back in range, and we'll look to come down, and this will be target over here at 2014. That'll be the overall target. That's if this happens, and we'll have some really good entries. But I believe we still have to come down further to create a bottom wick today. So this will be interesting if we start coming down here. But overall, we're looking for this closure, just not the drive back in range. This is the closure that we want, and then because for the last few times, or every single time it closes above here, it tends to fill the range. So ideally, we'll get a bottom wick as it closes above here, and just drives through, closures above, they fill the range. Right, over here you drove all the way up to here, closed above, respected, filled the range. Right, so this is what we're looking for. We're looking for a closure above in this area, closure above 2031.95. Right, this is the candle that we want. And once that happens, where's the common area that we drive from previously? We look to the left, we see a wicks here, driving, we see wicks there, we see an area here, we closed above, we came down, grabbed orders here, so roughly this area. Right, this is where we're looking for bottom wicks, and if this is gonna be the hourly closure, we're gonna take the buy off the bottom wick as soon as it taps into here. We're gonna take a buy. If this is a 30-minute closure, we're looking for that bottom wick, and then we take a buy on the flip right here. Okay. For now, that's what I'm looking for. And if we get a closure above on the 30 and then we come back down in range, then we'll look for obviously a sell off the next hourly candle, off the 4-hour. So there's a few ways this can go here, but first we need to see the market react at this level, see what it's going to do. Like on Wix YouTube channel to community. Everyone should be in now. I've let everyone in. Is there a theory to buy the rumor for price later this week that you previously said looking for it to break upward this week? I'm a little confused. So here's the thing. Let's look at the daily. Daily pulled back here to close out the week, right? This pullback is just a weekly bottom wick. right? So for us to drive down, now we have to create a top wick, which means probably a couple of more bullish daily candles. And where is the area that we tend to drive from on the daily, on the higher time frame? Right here, right here. Where do we come down from? Right there, yeah, right here, right here. Right, so this is where you want to look for rejection areas. Will it reject there? Not 100% sure, but that's where you want to look for. And that's going to be this week, probably Wednesday, Thursday. Maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know. But that's just a higher time frame. We understand that it's got to tap those areas. Let's see if we can take advantage of it tapping there. So can we take buys getting up there? Or if we understand now we need a bottom wick on a daily, can we see if we can get some sells to that steeper bottom wick to then drive up, get the steeper highs, right? Because the price is going to need to, right? It's going to need to come up there, but before it comes up there, it's going to need to grab orders. So probably like this, then like that, right? And then till we finish out the weekly. Does it have to? Not necessarily, because let's say the weeklies, let's say we're going to end up closing bullish on the weekly and it was just a fake out. We're going to head up. So we're going to look for the entries themselves on a much smaller time frame. If you thought it would be upward movement because markets usually buy the rumor, buy ahead of major. I don't think they usually buy the rumor. I think it's just you're generalizing. I also don't I don't trade based on these things. Like, that's not why I see upward momentum. I see upward momentum strictly off just price action, right? Not because of rumors or news or catalysts. I just see that by price action here from what the markets are printing. Overall, though, I know there's going to be nothing going on tonight, right? Nothing tomorrow for morning, right? Pretty quiet week until Wednesday, right? So Monday, Tuesday, we're trading strictly technical analysis for the most part. There's not many catalysts to drive us. Oops, we're coming back down. Look at that. Respect it. I think there's a really strong area. Remember I pointed it out right here? There's a strong level right here that I think if we close below, where is it on the 4 hour? Yeah, this is interesting. We close back below this on the hourly. That would be a doji candle. Next hourly opens up, breaks the high here. We're looking for a bearish flip down to fill the range, come back down. Just with my understanding that we just try to drive up, and if we close below 2029.6, we're respecting a 4 hour and an hourly resistance here after tapping and 2031, 2032 area actually and grabbing orders. We're going to fill the range. It might even be an off the rip if the 4 hour closes bearish. Might just be an off the rip sell. We'll see.
Hey Wix, baby Hank here speaking.
What's
Um,
up, man?
when we take positions that are off the rip, do we usually look to close full immediately, like once we get to our 10 pip, 20 pip range, because runners is not ideal since there is no wick in one direction?
No, no. There's a high chance that typically, if this closes back in range, I can show you a good example of it. No. Typically, what happens is when you get a higher time frame fake out like this, if this, oh, well, this wouldn't be red, but like if it closes like this, right? This is a really strong fake out because look, you'll have a closure above on, look, 15 closed above, you have a massive top wick, the 30 is going to close below, the hourly is going to close below, and then the 4 hour at that point will also be bearish with a fake out. So what happens in a fake out like that, you'll typically get a candle that will just push. You might get a small, not a big top. You don't get a big top wick typically in these situations. You'll just push. And right here, you see, actually, it's happened here. Hey, beautiful, what's up? Oh, I'm sorry. Have a seat next to me.
I see it, yeah, on the left hand.
But oh, right here, look.
Hmm.
See that? When we faked out like that, it didn't come up. We drove. So the TP here, I wouldn't close 10, 15 pips. I would wait till it'll
Right,
fill
right.
the
I didn't
range.
mean exactly, yeah, the range, but still,
Be
yeah.
patient, but
Not
it'll
you're not
fill this
looking to hold
range.
runners though. I
Um,
mean, just with the chance, I see what you're saying now because I understand like once we close,
this
there's
is
such an
this is
immediate
50
decline
pips.
that we
This
come
is, I
down.
mean, this is a good enough runner. This is 50 pips. I'd probably at this point be like 80% out of the position, 75 to 80% out of the position, and just let it rock to 2014 if there's enough volume. Right? This is good enough. 130, 140. Go to sleep. It's Asian session, right? Once you get here, but I would definitely look have partial positions open until 2023 and be break even once we fill the first advantage point. And our first advantage point is the fill of this wick, 25, 26 pips. The first like guaranteed advantage is where the closure is here. So that's 7. How much is that? Let's say we close back in range. The closure here is 11 pips, 10 pips. So I'm probably at this point with momentum probably closing 14, 15 pips, 50%, letting the rest rock. We get to 50, I'm going to close another quarter, and then just typically, and then the rest would be that long runner.
Mhm. All right, I really appreciate
But
that.
but but there are instances where I'd close full, and that's if you start, if you you'll have to start seeing rejections. So you'll have to start closing bullish, right? You get a 30 bullish closure here at 2023 when you get there, and you get it. So if this happens, right, you get this bullish closure, right, like it. Oh fuck, right there. If this candle that dropped down bearish flips, I probably close right here, my full position. Once it flips bullish, this one never flipped, right? This one kept driving down, but if that bearish candle flips over there, right? Let's say we were in this position and it's driving down, then I'm closing, understanding it's going to come back up, fill the range. But it's got to make
So
sense.
unlike managing risk when in drawdown, you're looking for it before the candle closes. You're not looking for a closure to manage risk because you're saying the moment that candle flips.
Well, this wouldn't be in drawdown. This I'm talking about if we're in profits. If
I
we're
understand,
driving,
right,
if
right,
this is a
right.
runner, um, it would depend. It would depend on structure. Let's. If I was in buys over there, I'm probably, I'm probably, I'm probably out once we break these lows. Like let's say I took a buy for some weird reason, right? And now I'm looking to come back up. This is a good closure, looking for the flip, right? The flip never comes. I'm probably out either on this break or the first smaller time frame closure below. But like it's very like generalizing. We gotta look at the situation individually and see what happens.
Yeah. All right, awesome. I really appreciate that.
Yes, sir. He said, "Baby Hank."
You, it is baby again.
That's Baby Hank. That was him.
Part of DVS Hank, DVS baby Hank.
That's DVS Hank. Yeah. I snuck in the club.
Baby Hank hasn't blinked in a week. It's going
Alright.
strong.
Feed the kid.
Bro, I don't got food in the dorm. You kidding me?
So wait, you like backwards? Wait,
What'd you say?
you don't like smoking on backwards or tobacco in general with your weed?
Nah. I got a joint sitting right outside the door that I didn't get a chance to smoke. I was late to the stream.
Have you ever smoked tobacco like that with your weed though, or just always been a joint man?
No, sometimes I bump into like somebody that's like, I only smoke them like this, and they already have one rolled.
Yeah.
And like, we'll be smoking. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on with this? And they'll tell me, they'll be like, oh, there's tobacco in there. And that's how I smoke.
Oh, like
I
a
don't
split.
I don't know. I just like, typically
They
I
put
just have my
tobacco
shit with
in
me,
it.
and like I'll smoke mine, and like whoever wants to smoke it with me can smoke it. I don't know.
I'm gonna bring you some fire to London if I go.
Well, shit, you're local here. Just fucking FedEx me some shit.
Funny guy.
This kid is a Colombian trader. I don't know who we talk about. Wow, we got a 30 close here, huh? Coming up in 2 minutes. Alright. 30 pip range here.
Park that shit, Jacob. Yo, Wix, right now I'm literally making a Jamaican joint right now. Big
What
Ed
are
Bob
you
Marley.
You're rolling it in corn?
Fucking corn. No. Raw paper. Spliff, as Jacob said.
That's what I got going on too.
You know,
Who's talking?
first time being on the Sunday stream still.
How do you say that?
Chivius.
Chivious, yeah man. I've been here from the good while now. Good while. Been here from Jacob was getting roasted on live, huh?
Oh, yeah.
For blowing
It's been a
accounts and shit. Yeah.
Time flies, bro. Sorry
It
about it.
does. It does. First time here on the Sunday stream though. It's kind of open. I like that, Wix. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I like it like this too. It's more intimate. We get to like a lot of Sundays. We get to, especially before the new year. Like we had a lot of like engagement. I think people were just talking
Yeah,
and bringing up questions. It's kind of quieted down, but there's a lot of new people here on the Zoom.
yeah, sure.
This is there's 34 people on the Zoom right now. That's our record for the Zoom. That's the most I've ever had on here.
Oh, I'm glad to be here, bro. Very glad.
We're at peak Zoomers.
For Sunday stream.
Yeah. This is
Did you do a
interesting
breakdown
here.
already?
Yeah, we did a breakdown. Hold on, I'm looking. All right, I'm looking to see if we can flip. How much time do we have here? Oh, shoot, we just opened, right? This will be interesting because if we can flip here, that's a bullish flip on the 5. The 15 closed bearish, but I think we can break the highs for a celery play if we can get ahead of it on the 30 flip as well. And we did close above the last little resistance. I'm gonna take a buy if we flip here on this 15. We gotta flip on this 15 candle.
$9.06.
Ideally we come down lower. Ideally we come down to 29.5. Which range is there here? It's not too much.
You know it. Come on now.
Oh, $5.99.
That growth hormone.
Jesus. Fucking hell.
Yeah, we hear you guys, Kev. Make sure you mute yourself if you're
I'm
talking.
gonna get yeah. 6.
And if we tap this area, it's got to do it on this 5. Because if it taps and doesn't flip on this 5, as we start coming up on the next 5, that could just be the top wick to bring us down. So we're going to need to break below here as well. Oh, is it driving up right now?
Dude,
Yeah, if it flips here, I don't have a buy stop, but I'll take a buy. My issue here is this 5-minute now closing bearish in 50 seconds. If it does close bearish, then the next candle needs to come down and break the lows with a bottom wick. I'm gonna wait for the next candle to come down, break the low, because any drive up right now off the rip, that could just be the top wick to come further down on the 5. And did we respect any support here? Not really. Let's see if we can come down, break the lows, form a support. This gets tough because look, the previous 5, no top wick. And now the first thing you're doing is coming up with a top wick. It'd be better if we made a bottom wick first and then came up. But if we don't have one, highly likely we break that top five, top of the five, previous five, and come back down in range if we do flip on the 15. So scratch that idea for now. Yeah, I don't know why you don't see, like, whenever I send out the Zoom link, I do it through YouTube, so you should get a notification on YouTube.
No, I usually do. Today, for some reason, it wasn't in the notification box. I had to actually go into the community tab. I don't know why.
YouTube be weird like that sometimes.
Yeah, same.
Sometimes it'll post. Oh, we're driving. Did we make a bottom wick? We did make a bottom wick. I want to take buys here really bad, but we didn't break the lows there. Until we break these lows, like this shit could just, it can ride up for all I care. I'm not gonna take it. If it doesn't break the lows and starts coming up here, I'm gonna wait on the hourly. Because maybe we'll get a rejection and start coming down.
Wait, so when did you and Don first start noticing like the break of the lows? Like, is that when y'all, because y'all didn't used to first do that, right? When it was just the breakouts, right?
No, we just, one day, we were just talking about, like, that we're always evolving and, like, eventually we're going to start getting, you know, we used to make fun of cowboy entries. You want to be a cowboy, take your entry, go ahead. We're going to wait for the flip. But then, you know, the way it started evolving was like, eventually we're going to get there to the wick entries, to cowboy entries, to break of the low entries. And I think we started doing the 5 minute, and then we had the motion that started happening. And like, if you run the motion all the way from the hourly down to the 5 minute time frame, you can, like, you sort of start realizing over time how they all fall in line, and how the 5 minute is just like a bottom wick of the hourly, and where it respects and where it breaks, right? So a lot of times you'll see, right, a 4 hour bullish closure, the hourly bullish closure, and you might get like a 30 closing against you, but respecting a support, break of the low on the next candle. Oh, you know, it breaks the 15, it breaks that 30 that closed bearish, but respected support. And like, but because it respected support, your wick entry is good. It starts flowing, and it, like, if you understand what I'm saying, then, like, or the lingo, it makes sense. But you would have to.
I get you, because I feel like gold just does it. Like, it's what gold, like, it literally happens every day, I would say, on gold. Like
a wick entry.
Just like the break of
was
the,
great.
and then
This
the
wick
actual
entry here was great. At some point, you had a bearish closure here on a smaller time frame. But the thing is, because it respected this support at 29.66, right? And the higher time frames were all bullish here. The 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the daily, everything's dry and bullish. Anytime that break of the previous gladiator candle low, you could have took that buy, because at that point, as long as that candle didn't open up with a top wick, right, you could just take the bottom wick up, because you know it's going to come up. And if it needed to come down, there was such bullish momentum that if you were going to come down, any entry here, right, like, even if this candle here just drove straight down, right, if it just no top wick and it closed like this, you're gonna have to come up, make these top wicks to drive down because the bullish momentum was so strong. You don't just all of a sudden do this. It doesn't happen. Like it can, but it's very rare. I mean, and then you'll manage risk in that point, right? Really, you'll most of the time you'll retest the highs. That's why gold is so nice. It's so technical, right? So over here, you kind of knew you're going to come back to at least here. So you take that bottom wick entry on the break of the previous candle low, right? And if you're wrong and starts coming down here, the next candle is going to have to come up, grab orders. Not necessarily the next candle, but the market's going to have to come up to that area to then come down. It just, you have to be logical with what you're doing. Still finish the range up, but this actually is not bad, right? That closed bullish, made a top wick, broke the lows, couldn't drive. Now if this flips bullish here. Yeah, gang, I think I'm gonna take a buy if we flip here. Can we? Never flipped. Tap these highs. Yeah, we got 1 minute, then it's the last 15 of the hourly. Yeah, it can ride up here. It's highly likely it will. I just, you know what? I'm gonna wait for this hourly to close. The last 15 of the hourly. This is so enticing.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna ride up.
I still
should
think we're
have,
coming up
though.
to 2031.9. My thing is, it just tried twice, right? It might do it like
Yeah,
because
that's my whole thing.
what happens is a lot of times right for the 4-hour close, the price needs to get up. The price needs to come up and reach a resistance to reject off of. So sometimes you'll see a drive for the 4-hour close, but the 4-hour close, the range here, like the whole drive here is 10 pips, 11 pips. Our entire range. We'd need to fill the 100% of this range on this 15-minute candle, right? Like, because I'm gonna expect the next 4-hour to pull back here. The next hourly, create a bottom wick. So it might drive, but and the 15 closed bearish. Yeah, I would definitely not take anything here because this can be a top wick for the 15 to flip down here and fill the range. just so we could actually tap this area, just so we could get to 2029.6, right? This could be a top wick for us to just flip bearish. Yeah, it looks pretty
Yeah,
on
that's
the
what I think's
hourly and the
happening.
30, right? The 30 especially, but these time frames all have to fall in line. The 5 looks okay. The 15 looks terrible. If this was a 50 pip
That's
range,
what I'll be watching, the 15.
yeah, I'm just saying, if this was a 50 pip range, right, then up to here, then we're getting 10, 12, 20 of it. But this is a 12 pip range. We're 12 out of 12. We need the 100% of this little range to the top here. Or we could wait till we close below here, close bearish on the 4 hour, and then we have 55 pip range to come down. Oh, see, top wick created. I wouldn't understand these things back in the day. Back in the day, I'd be like, all right, one time frame, good enough. So I'd look at the 30 or the hourly, and then you see the 30 flip, and you're like, and you take the buy, and then you're like, wait, why are we coming back? Because that's the top wick for the 15, knucklehead. Right? And I'd be like, fuck, why didn't I just look at the 15? And how does it, now I, like, years in, you realize, hey, you need to have all these things line up and make sense.
I'm gonna be real, I trade a little differently. I just trade off liquidity.
Oh, hey, you can trade off fibs, off EMA crossings. However, some people make it work for them. However, you can make it work for yourself. As long as you're profitable, that's all that matters. Nobody can say shit.
That's a fact.
Right. Numbers speak for themselves.
So isn't that how we trade, Ziggy, or like how would you say it's different?
Say it again.
How would you say it's different from the like? What would you say?
Alright, so like, I trade more off of like, I anticipate what's gonna happen, right? So like, I wish I could show you on like,
So you see a strong level,
my
you'll probably
screen.
put a sell here.
Mark
Yeah,
up.
so basically liquidity is like it's just support and resistance, right? But a lot of times, sometimes it's going to be either a driving force or it's going to be a reversal. And I base it off of external and internal liquidity, right? So my external liquidity is going to be my strong points and my internal liquidity is going to be my driving forces. And then I just have to figure out which direction it's going to go. And then if the external liquidity is going to reverse it, or like I said, use it as a driving force. But usually in Asian, we're always using it as a reversal. You know, it's just a
Almost
fake
like
out.
a break of the lows or a break of the highs.
Yeah. Like, okay, so I'm on futures right now, but it's the same thing as gold. It's just like $2 under, right? So like I took a buy at what would be for you guys 28 and rolled that up to
You can annotate
32.
over here.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, it's the pencil.
Hold up, I gotta make this shit bigger. How do I make this? I have all the screens here. Can I shut this out?
Do you trade
Oh,
futures
there
on
you
a
go.
prop on Top Step or on a broker too?
Yeah, I'm on a broker.
What broker do you use?
Always.
Apex. I just got with them. This is like my first eval with them.
But a broker,
Yeah.
not a funded.
Oh no, funded. It's funded. It's funded. Where's the pencil?
When you click annotations, click to annotate.
In the bottom left one.
I don't even see that shit. don't even got that shit.
It should be like, look, right here where I just drew that little red circle.
Yeah, nah, I have a mute and stop video.
Hmm.
Oh, that fucking pencil. Oh my god, bro. My
Yeah,
my iPad
a
was
pencil.
covering it. My bad, my bad. Alright, so right here was my internal liquidity, right? And it broke out above here and then drove down and then faked out right here. So I took the buy right here. Sold out 2 contracts there and left the last one for that one.
And now when you close back in range, you're gonna take a sell right away too.
I was thinking about it, bro. If I'm gonna be real, because then what I'm looking for is for it to pull back to right here for a buy. Because we're overall bullish, or at least I am.
Well, on the daily, yeah.
Yeah.
Price wants to come. I mean, if you're trading like,
What do I erase?
if you're trading, what do you call it? SMC, right?
No, I'm not though. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They would be bullish.
It's kind of like it. Yeah.
This is interesting. Ooh. I think if the hourly closes bearish here, yeah, I need the hourly to close bearish. We might be in off the rip. We're gonna need a bottom wick though.
You're looking for a buy right now?
No,
What's up?
I'm looking for the hourly to close bearish, and then I'll be in sells.
And what's your target though?
2367 initial target, overall target. I think we come down to 1439. The daily's already got a top wick, never rebroke it. I mean, it can still, it should still, but just if we close back in range, it'll probably come down to 23 and then come back up and then re-break the lows again, if it's meant to. Yeah, if we close like this, I'm gonna look for the market to repeat what it did. So I'm gonna look for retest of those lows. It's gotta close clearly bearish. We got 5 minutes here. Give me a second, gang. I'm gonna take a couple of pulls. I'd cryptochronic kind of like. I'll be right back. Well, I hear you anyway.
Yo, look how sick these jars look.
How what?
These things are wax. These things look sick. Oh, I didn't realize it was open. Look at the design. The design just looks cool as fuck on them. Bro, marketing is everything for weed, I feel like. Like packaging.
marketing and quality.
Yeah.
Got a headache. Whatever. Perfecto. Sorry, gang. Coughing in everybody's ear. Oh, Kansas City with a touchdown. Think I'm rooting for Buffalo today.
Yo, what's up with the Texans? How they doing?
They're
Are they
on a
doing
beach.
good, right?
They're
They're
on a
doing
beach
good.
somewhere.
Aren't they going against the Ravens, or did they already play them?
No. The Ravens
I don't
sent
even
them.
watch
The
football.
Ravens sent them to the beach
Nah,
on vacation.
they lost.
Yeah.
Damn. Right?
Like if you're gonna lose in any place, the best place to lose is Miami. Because then, like, if you get knocked out of Miami, you don't even go home for like a week, just like sulking your sorrows here.
Yeah.
That's what the Giants did. I remember the Giants lost in Miami, and they were like, "Fuck that. We're just gonna we're gonna vacation here for a week."
Nah, but you know what's facts? Like I tell like anybody, or I don't know, it's just a thought I have. I feel like, bro, if you're watching sports and you're not like financially where you want to be, and like that's where you spend most of your time, like you're tripping because those people at the end of the day, they're gonna wake up the next day, win or loss, they're gonna wake up rich as
Yeah, they don't
fuck
give a shit.
in a nice ass house.
They don't care if they
Yeah,
don't make the playoffs. I mean,
yeah.
they do, but like that's only like they only care for like an hour. So the rest of their day is like same as you, you know, you're off the stream here, you got your whole life to live. That's what it is. They go get in their nice car, right? Go to a nice house, live a nice life, and you're over here mad as hell because some shit because the ball went in and out. Like fuck.
Nah,
Uh, how are we gonna close here in 2 minutes? Drink water. I am. I've been drinking water. You might be right though. I might be dehydrated. What I don't want to do is close like we are right now. Oh shit. I flipped the tape. I really don't want a bullish close here. Yeah, the hourly's gonna close bullish here. So the 4 hour closed bearish. I'm gonna need a top wick here, chat. Steep top wick if we're gonna come down. 2030.8. If we could get there and flip, that's what I'll look for.
And that's because you're re-breaking the highs on 30, right? And 15.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to come back up to that area. That's where the wicks historically on the higher time frame come up to. Just the level we drive off of. The thing is, right now, if we break the lows first and then flip up, highly likely we're coming up. I just don't know how high we're coming up, and we're gonna have to wait for more closures. But that's if we break the lows right now. If we don't, if we just kind of trickle up, we're looking and start closing above 2029 here, then we're still looking for that bottom wick and a drive up. Right, if it kind of, whoops. Right, if it does this kind of thing, it opens up. We're looking for a bottom wick here, and then a flip and a drive, roughly to these areas. The reason we want that is because the hourly's closed bullish, and now the smaller time frames are closing above the range. Bottom wick, yeah, this is going to be a pretty solid drive after a bottom wick. If we, there it goes, it's coming down. So highly likely this flips. I just don't know how far up it'll drive, because right, once this flips, the very next resistance is 2 pips in. I'd rather be above it. I'd rather clear it and then look for positions. If it doesn't, and you get a, you gotta try, excuse me, if it doesn't, and you get a strong bearish closure here, we're gonna look to re-break the highs and then a flip down. Did you get in, Ziggy?
No, I'm not in.
I mean, the 30s closed bearish, right? Back in range here, but the hourly didn't. The
Yeah,
hourly
but
closed bullish.
Yeah, with the hourly, I could see a celery play happening, so.
Yeah.
It just opened up straight and went down, so. Maybe if it gave a top wick and broke the 30.
So the 4 hours got a bottom wick though, right? So now if we start driving up and we tap 2039 and then re-break the 4 hour low, there's a lot of range to drive down. It can happen in one 5-minute candle. It's possible. That's why playoff winners drive Bentleys and the losers drive Benzes. I think it really depends, for the most part, on the actual like player and position. But then again, like, what's the smallest salary? Like, even if you're like the lowest paid player on the squad. As long as you make the squad, you're in the hundreds of thousands, right? You play 3-4 years, you're chilling. 275. Hey, chilling. Need 4 years in the league and you're good. Problem is, a lot of them don't know how to manage money, right? So. Being chilling. It's one thing to get a certain lifestyle, entirely another thing to keep it. Yeah. Yeah, you could get to a certain level, but how long can you stay there? You can't base what you can afford just on your potential, right? It's what you've already earned. Can't be like, hey, I'm on pace to make this much. That doesn't matter. Have you already made this much? Your pace is kind of internal motivation. If we were above the range, this looks solid buy, but we're not. Wow, 37 in the Zoom. Shout out to everybody that made it. Good shit.
Thank you for hosting, bro.
What was that?
Thank you for hosting.
Yes, sir. That's crazy. The Chiefs just fumbled the ball in the end zone. That's a stupid rule. That's a dumb rule. If you fumble the ball and it runs out at the 1 yard line, you maintain possession and it's your ball in the 1 yard line. But if it rolls over and goes out of bounds in the touchdown, then that's a touchback and the other team gets it at the 20. That's dumb. Why? Because it rolled a yard the other way. That doesn't make sense. They got to change that rule. It should still be like the Chiefs ball on the 1, even though I'm rooting for the Bills today. Everyone's like, yeah, whatever. We don't watch that kind of football. There's that flip. We're talking about. What's it giving us? 5-6 pips here. 3 minutes here for the 15. Let's see if we can hold this level. Love to tap 2030.8 and then come down. It's to keep teams from ending games. End of game happened in 70s in a championship game by Rule King. What do you mean? Like if you're up by 1 score, have to give ball back. They can fumble at end zone, get the ball back. No, but it should still be a loss of down. Like it's a loss of down, right? If it goes outside, it's the next down. So if it was like the 4th down, what like that doesn't. Like let's say it was 3rd down. Now it's 4th down. Like, yeah. If the clock's running down, it's the other team ran out of time. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's just having a clock. I don't get it. Ooh, airs it out. Oh, what a catch. Oh, they say he didn't catch it. They're gonna look back at it. Oh, yeah, he didn't catch it. That shit rolled. Got the hands underneath. And then the ball just rolled. Scrub. I'll have to kick it. My thinking here right now is if we can close bullish but below here, next candle, if it breaks the high of this previous 15, maybe we can look for a flip down. Five, four, three. All right, it closed below. Perfect. We need a top wick to break this previous 15 high. As long as we don't break the lows of this candle right now, of the previous 15, flip bullish drive up, I'll have a sell on the rebreak of the lows, but for now we're coming down. Jack, give me a second. I want to double check my kids are sleeping yet. If not, I want to give them a kiss goodnight. I forgot that they were already in bed. Give me a sec. The demons are asleep. We never rebroke the highs here. If we did, I would be interested in the sells below here on the break, but not the way it's printing right now. Maybe if a 30 closes like this, then we can look for some sells. Closes like this is what we're looking for. Closes bullish here, but below 2029.6, then we're looking for the same play that we just looked for on the 15, right? Just on the 30, we're going to look for it to re-break the previous 30 highs and then flip bearish. So if this is the closure in 10 minutes from now, we're looking to break this high as long as we respect this level on the close, and then the flip is our entry. This is how we get ahead of the celery play, that by the time it does break the low, you'll be in 9 pips in profit. That's your 10 pips by the time it breaks the low. But these things will have to align. We'll first need to close on the 30 below 2029.6. Then the next 30 will have to open up and create a top wick that breaks the previous 30 high. And the reason you want to do that is that's the current hourly high, right? The hourly's grabbed the bottom wick below the previous hourly. It's going to attempt to drive. But now if it drives, great, we're not in it. If it doesn't drive, it breaks the high and then it re-breaks its own low, right? It just grabbed orders above its previous high, above the previous 30 high, right? As it breaks the low, you're going to fill the range down. So you'll have 40 to 50 pips of range to play with. Next step is to watch for the 30 close. And the thing is, the previous 30 was a little difficult to just sell off the 30 as it had no bottom wick, but now this 30's created one for it. So as long as we stay below 29.6 and next candle gives us a top wick to break the hourly high, we're going to be in good shape. I'm going to be in good shape with high potential for a strong trade, for a trade that drives. I can't wait to go to sleep tonight. So quiet in my house, not used to this. Everyone is sleeping. Everyone's passed out.
It's raining and it's cold over here.
Nah, I mean it's chilly over here. It's not raining though. It's a little windy. Had a couple of branches fall down from my palm tree. Big ass branches. Popping 10 milligram of melatonin. Feel that? Shit. Up the dosage, bro. 10 milligrams. That ain't nothing.
Yo, I need to talk to Bougie.
I take 10 milligrams before the gym. I need like 50 to pass out. Honestly, I fall asleep good. Like I take I smoke this indica to the dome, and then I'm Gucci.
Yo, what is it that Bougie does in the morning? Is it honey and what is it? Almonds?
He eats everything.
I was gonna say I need the Bougie course. I need the Bougie, the biohacking Bougie course. I need it.
He be eating like a acai bowl with like honey and blueberry and
I'm trying to get on that.
big ass bowl.
Nah, I already try to take care of myself like in all those aspects, but I know Bougie is into that, so.
Yeah, he's got a strong man's diet.
All right. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. So I actually kind of switch my mornings up a little bit. So what I do in the morning, I'll do like a glass of like water, lemon, ginger, and like green juice with cranberry juice. But the lemon and the cranberry are like 100%. It's not like a juice full of sugar. This is like if you drink this, like you're like probably gonna spit it out from taking one sip. So I have a glass of that, and I'll do a giant bowl of like spinach with garlic.
The fuck?
You could either do like butter or coconut oil, and then that way it's like you can stir it all up, put a little pepper in there, and then I'll have a smoothie. Just banana, almond, butter, blueberries, and collagen powder.
Okay. I'm gonna have to
That's
read.
it.
I'm gonna look at this after stream. But wait, why the spinach? What is the spinach good for?
Well, I mean, I just want to get my vegetables in as quickly as possible, and vegetables really help remove like metals in your body. So like metals that you take in from whatever food or just whatever the hell they're spraying.
I just
in
can't
the air.
imagine eating spinach in the morning. But hey, this sounds like it's working.
You can mix it in. I mean, I usually mix it in with eggs, but if I just want to like
See,
get a big
that
bowl of
sounds
it,
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I get spinach in my
yeah,
omelet.
Spinach and
Yeah, you
almonds?
could use-
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
So I'll do that. I mean, it's just one of those things where like, if you're getting enough fiber in, like, if you're not taking at least like one shit a day, dog, like, you're probably not getting enough fiber in. So I just get the vegetables in, dog. Just get it in, get it out of the way, so you don't have to worry about it later. That's kind of how I am.
Do you take any supplements or no?
I mean, I take collagen powder, so like that's probably like the number. I would say like in terms of like any type of protein. The only reason why I take collagen is because I kind of went away from like protein powder. I went away from whey. I was on grass-fed whey, and then I was on like the like pea protein. But then I just realized collagen it's so much better for you because collagen. I mean, it's mainly focused on like your skin, your hair, your nails, and it's got a bunch of protein in it. So it's like, why would I go with like whey or something? Especially if you don't take protein, you can be super gassy, farting everywhere. But collagen, like, you're not gassy at all.
unless you get some isolate. And if you get some isolate and not really like flavored, like crazy flavor, like fucking vanilla, strawberry, banana, chicken, like if you don't get that kind of, just get a regular chocolate. And if it's isolate, you don't get it's not like, it's not
Appreciate it.
foamy, it's not thick, it's not gas. It just, if it's clean. I'm big on taste, and I'm big on how I feel after it.
Yo, Bougie, have you
Yeah.
ever what's it called? Cold plunge?
You know, it's funny. I on my birthday last few years, I just go to the spa,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll usually like me and some of my homies, and we'll just like have some edibles, hit the pin, and then just be high as fuck at the day spa all day. And they'll usually have like saunas, like dry saunas and steam rooms, and then they usually have like a cold plunge or like some giant like cold shower where it has like the rainfall like coming down on you. Yeah, it's just like a super chill day. Like, I don't know, I don't really like party more on my birthday. I'd rather just like go relax, turn off the cell phone, and just hang out with close friends, and just
No,
like,
I was
that's the whole
thinking
day,
about
and then we'll go out to
that
dinner.
sounds fire. I was thinking about ordering a cold plunge though, because I was watching this interview. The Nelk Boy posted this one guy that it's apparently Dana's white, like his trainer, like the guy, Grant Cardone bought his company Wix. You know what I'm talking about or not?
I know all three of those people, but I don't know. I know Steve will do it. Is always doing a cold plunge in the casino with Dana White. Always.
Now, the basically in the interview he was
Steve will
saying that
do it,
like,
lives right here, and Grant
if you do
Cardone lives
coke-
like 10 minutes away from me.
if you do coke and then you fucking do cold plunge, that
whoa, hold up.
that you'll end up choosing the cold plunge as your drug of choice after.
Wild. Bro,
That's
I'm gonna be
important.
honest.
I'm
I
trying to
would,
try it though, cause like if that's such the
That-
high that you get,
I'm
like
not
I
doing.
can imagine it. Cause
I'm
I
not
get
doing
after
no
like 30
cold
minutes.
plunge. No.
Wix,
Yo.
you should try it, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, Wix, that'll probably add another 10 years on you, bro.
bro said nose beers are a cold plunge. Like, where are we going? I'm gonna be honest, like, I would probably like work your way up. Like, just take
He called it the
Take
cold
a-
plunge.
take a
Yo,
cold shower.
hold
in the
on. We got
morning.
10 seconds here. The 30's closing. Let's see how we close here. I think if we close below here, we're just looking for a top wick chat. I want a top wick off this 30. A little higher. We want to re-break the hourly highs. Fuck. We might not. Chat, I'm gonna take a sell right here. I took a sell on that flip. Done. The overall TP is where the target is, so if we can get some runners, this is where I would leave it to. But my initial risk management is going to be here at the fill of the wick. That should be 12 pips. Okay, and the biggest reason for that trade is we closed below here on the 30. We made a top wick. I was really expecting a higher top wick, but we got pretty damn close. I think if we re-break the highs, then we'll have a chance to manage risk, and we'll do that. But then, why would we close below range after multiple attempts to drive up, right? So if it does end up coming up, I'll look to manage risk. Honestly, if it ends up coming up, it's going to be a little while till I manage risk. So this will go deep, but I'm not expecting. I'm expecting to draw the 30 to fill the wick down because we did close below and back in range, and now we have a bottom wick here. The reason, the thing is, if we flip up, we still never broke the highs, so a chance we come up, re-break those highs, and then come down. Yeah, if we start getting closures above, it might be, it depends how it works, because if we start getting closures above here, it depends how we wick down on the next few candles. Oh, that's the hourly, right? Yeah, so the only way for me to close this, if we start driving up here and we get a closure above here, and then the hourly, the 30 brings us down and then flips again, then I'll look for a close. It's the only way I can manage risk. Likely, it's possible the hourly comes up, breaks the highs. Actually, it's... Oh, that's the rebreak of the hourly too. It's annoying. Chat. I'm gonna close here at minus 2 pips. That's the hourly. I close basically break even 1.8 pips, and what I want to wait for, I didn't realize. Wow. Oh, that's not the hour. That's the 15. I'm sorry. I'm bugging out. Fine here. I'm out of this position. I thought we flipped on the hourly. I thought this 15, the break of the highs here, was the hourly. But the concept still stays the same. We just rebroke our own high. So as soon as this closes bearish, then I'll look for a position. It's the same concept, but I'm an idiot. I thought we rebroke the hourly high. We broke the 15 high. Fucking dumb. I'm gonna wait for this 15 to close here, and if it closes like it is right now, I'll get into sells. It makes sense and it doesn't make sense. So here's the thing. I probably wouldn't have closed there if I realized that wasn't the hourly break. It was a 15 break, but idea is still the same. It should have drove through on this break. Once the 5 closed with no bottom wick here, you probably put your stops to BE and wait for this 15 to close. So I probably would have done the same thing, but pay attention. Yeah, I would have hit B
Yeah, I think it's
here
coming
anyway.
up.
Right here, I would have hit B right here. So we would have seen about 7 pips and I would have hit B. Coming up or not, but here's the thing. Once it rebreaks, so right, you had a drive down, and then the hourly rebroke its own high, but it didn't. Well, I thought it did. It was the 15. But if the hourly rebreaks its own high, you're highly likely, because it already had a top wick, you're likely to tap the next resistance before driving down. That's why I closed. I said, oh shit, we rebroke our own high. Which I didn't expect, and we didn't. We would, the hourly high is right here. We haven't come up to.
Yeah, the way it's inching up, I feel like it's gonna keep coming up.
It can if you look on the hourly, and now that you have a bottom wick, but then why did the 30 respect, right? The 30 respected, and now you had a 5 drive down. You
I think
grabbed
it's
the
just a
top wick.
higher time frame fake out.
It can be, yeah, but you know what's
Yeah.
gonna confirm that? It's a smaller time frame fake out, and on the higher time frame you'll get a closure. So the 30 or the 1 will confirm that closure. Right, because if this is our support, if 2029.6 is our support, and now you're going to get this candle closing above it, typically, remember, I think we spoke about this last week, if you get a candle closing right at a support or right at a resistance, there's only 3 things that it typically does, and it's not, neither one of those is driving to the next range. You'll either get a hold of resistance, right? You'll get a doji candle, or you'll get a gladiator candle breaking you out into the next range, right? But it's never the driving candle. It's typically the candle after that that'll drive. Either do this,
Yeah,
or
right.
two candles after that where you'll close. Oh, whoops, this should be red. Well, you'll close back in range, right? And then the candle after that will drive after grabbing orders here and then doing this. So it's
Right.
typically the candle that closes right at resistance doesn't drive, unless it breaks the high and then flips. I mean, I would have hit B here anyway, but it's just, I get frustrated if I mismanage something, and that was mismanaged.
Yeah, no, I never took that sell because I want something to be one high to be broken, confirm we're coming down.
I think that's a key with like actually being tuned in and knowing how we trade and understanding what we're looking for. So you can take that sell and, you know, make sure at the fill of this wick that you're break even.
Right.
Right, because that's your nearest advantage point. I just closed that out early. Like, that was an invalid closeout. But you still haven't had a closure above here. Or a clear closure. We can remove this. This was for a top wick for the 4 hour. Yeah, it's all that talk about cold plunge and all this shit. I'm over here thinking about the Nelk boys and cold plunges. I gotta stay locked in.
Hey, trading time, this guy started like runners.
I mean, if I was like being honest with myself, like, oh shit, I'm trying. No, I would have, like, even though it's coming back bearish now, I would have definitely hit B over there. Try to do the thing from when you started trading, like, oh damn, like if this didn't distract me, I'd be up 1,000. Nah, like even if it goes your way, like to be honest, that would have been BE once we filled that wick. So Speed, no, I entered and closed as soon as we reflipped.
I think the only time a B would like fuck with you if you're over risking, because then it's like you're losing like a fuck ton of your account.
If you hit BE,
Yeah, I mean, in terms like if you're over risking, like say you're risking like 90% of your account on one trade, expecting to hit on that one trade, and you hit a BE, that's like that could be like 5%, 2% of the account basically.
I don't think any broker will let you put up 90% of your account. You'll get margin called immediately.
Yeah,
No, you don't. You just
100%.
you just go in drawdown, and then it just goes in red right away, and then it just
You
fucking
get
trust
sold
me.
out immediately.
No, you don't get. You just fucking sit in. I mean, it depends. Like even on 500x
You know,
leverage,
I
like,
once over leveraged on Bitcoin when I just started trading.
trust me, bro. I've over leveraged a lot, friends.
I once over leveraged on Bitcoin when the spread was at like 60.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was like 46 pip spread. I just started trading. It was like my first month trading. I was like, all right, Bitcoin, it's the weekend. Everything's closed. I'm gonna trade Bitcoin on the weekend. And I remember it was a pretty decent account. I was like 20 something in there. And then I clicked sell. No, I clicked buy twice. And as soon as I did that, my account went straight to zero. I got margin called in a split second and it went straight to zero.
What broker was it? You want to say?
This was, you know who it was? I think it was Hugo's Way or LMFX, I think.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be real too, 60 spread on Bitcoin, hella good. Like every broker I've used, it's like 120 and over.
What?
Yeah,
I mean, what?
spreads
I
be
don't
way high on Bitcoin.
I don't know. I haven't
Ethereum.
traded Bitcoin in like 4 years. But I literally,
probably
yeah,
don't
I
trade
took
it.
a position. I took an entry, and as soon as I clicked it, my shit went straight to zero. Count blown.
Yeah, I'm just
I didn't
holding
know
one
what
position.
happened. I didn't know whose mama to call. Bro, I was gonna get on like just Comcast customer service, just any customer service, and just be like, "Look, you gotta help me out in some way." I don't know what happened. I need service.
Closing.
You don't know much starting out, right? Like, well, now it's easier, but like then, I didn't. I was like, all right, this shit's open 24/7. If I can't trade fucking GJ, and it's Saturday, I'm doing numbers on Bitcoin. Psst. Shit took all my money. All right, the hourly's got that bottom wick. 30's got the bottom wick. 15 closed above. Fuck. Okay, this is good. It's good because now the 15's got a bottom wick, right? Did it break the high? Did it break the previous 30 high? No, right? It
No.
got damn close.
It just squeezed.
Because then a
me, bro.
re-break of the lows here makes sense. But it never did, so this could just be a bottom wick for us to drive up until we get a closure. Damn, we've been, like, this is our session. It's been around this area, right? Fiending for the trade? I'm not fiending for the trade. I just want my fucking setup.
Yo, how the fuck is it January 21st already?
Easy. 3 weeks into the new year.
Shit, man.
He's like, true,
Bro.
true.
Bro, man. It'll be fucking March by the time you know it.
That's a shame we didn't break these highs. Because this keeps us in no man's land. This doesn't tell me much about volume. Volume typically shows up in the shape of a closure outside the range, right? Because after that, you're either going to drive or close back in range. And then if you close back in range, the next indication of volume is the break of the highs or the break of the lows. And it hasn't done either. It's closed back in range and created a range that it hasn't broke out of. Because the break of the highs and the break of the lows is another break of a range, but on a smaller time frame. And that's where you have one time frame flowing into the next. 5 into the 15 to the 30 to the hourly, and then vice versa, back into the 30 into the 15. I would be cool with this 30 closing back in range as long as the hourly can close bearish. But if we close like this, I'm gonna call it a session. This means we're gonna have to wait another hourly candle. Yeah, what we want ideally, if we do close like this, is this. This is the candle we want. This tells me closing below the most recent, the overall, with a bottom wick, range to fill, right? And the hourly will close bearish at that point if we close below that area. Bullish coming up. Hard to take a break at a highs here with 8 minutes left on the hourly, understanding the next hourly is going to need to give you a bottom wick. Right, so if you're expecting, if you're going to come up here then and you do close bullish like this on the hourly, you're expecting the next hourly to give you a bottom wick before the drive. And if you expect the bottom wick, can't enter now if you're expecting a pullback, right? Damn, so the Chiefs won. Chiefs got the Bills number. This generation, Chiefs, they got their number. What I won't do is take these breaks to highs right now. 5 minutes to go. Be patient. How often do we see that for the last few minutes of the hourly? Who's got FOMO? I don't know. Could try to finish the range, but you're 5 minutes away from the next hourly candle. Be patient. So much range up and down created last week, right? In the last couple of days we've ranged, but before that it was all drives. So clean range to the downside, clean range to the upside. Just gotta start driving again. It's all that conversation about a Coke plunge.
Yo, so you finna get one, Wicks?
Coke plunge?
Like, hey, you see, I might get you one. I got down the order. I might order you one. I might look out for Christmas. I got you, bro.
For next Christmas, get me a Kamado Joe grill. That's what
What the fuck? How much is that, bro?
like 3,000,
Oh, that's not bad.
3,500, something like that. I want the
What is
big
it?
Joe. It's a grill.
Is it
Give me a
good as
Kamado.
grill?
Yeah, look it up. Kamado Joe.
Come on, Joe. Joe.
It's like the big green egg, but it's red. I don't know if you ever heard of the big green egg.
Yeah, I never heard of that. It looks
Really?
kind of cool.
The big green egg, it's like also it's
I'm gonna look up the big green egg now.
it's the same thing as that, just like I think the new Kamado Joe is pretty dope.
Yeah, they look literally the same.
Can I get me a Coke plunge? Hold the plunge. You better hit the trap house right now.
Yo, these things look sick. I think it would just look kind of cool to have.
Cool to have. Nah, I'm trying to. That's how you
They
can tell
find
I'm
the-
getting old. I'm thinking about cooking and shit. I'm getting old. My girl was like, "What you
Ooh.
want to do?" I'm like, "Grill." She's like, "You an old man. You want to grill? fuck wants to grill? I was like, yeah, get me a rack of lamb, some beef short ribs. I'm barbecuing today. We having brisket. I don't know. That's kind of true to an extent. Like, who the fuck thinks, like, you know, in your 20s, you don't want to fucking grill. You want to be out partying. Me today, I was like, you know what I want to do? I want to go grill some meat.
I've been cooking lately, recently. Kind of been cooking with
Yeah,
it.
you starve if you don't cook.
No, just I always eat out.
Yeah, like,
What I've been doing a lot, just literally just making like the Cobb salad from Chick-fil-A at home.
the
I
thing
eat that
is,
like every day.
I looked like, I think in COVID time, I think in like 22 or 21, I looked at my like delivery dudes, how much I spent on delivery dudes that year, and it was like, it was more than like a couple of years of my mother's salary and shit when she worked. And I was like, I can't be
Alright.
doing this shit. She spent years working and I'm over here fucking. Y'all better bring this wagyu over. And it better be hot. I can't be doing that shit. So I was like, damn, it's like an annual salary. So we stopped that shit. But since I started cooking a lot more, like I'm over here like, yeah, if I'm cooking, I'm trying to cook the best shit. I'm trying to become like a Michelin chef and shit. Because my neighbor's a chef. I talk about this all the time, but I'm trying to outdo him. All right, we just closed above here on the hourly as well. Let's see if we get a bottom wick. Oh, that's ugly, right? Oh, it closed above here too. On the 5. So it's closed above on every time frame. I would like a bottom wick. We might not get a steep one, but I would like one. Just gotta come back to break 29.65. I'd like to come back into this range, make an attempt to drive down, and then bounce up. Okay, perfect. Now if we flip, I'll have buys. It's a perfect rejection area if we were to reject here. I think there's a level there on the, yep, on the 5 there's a level here. This needs to start flipping right now. So if it continues down, I mean, there's no buys here on the flip. It needs to start flipping now. Ideally on this 5. Yeah, I'll be in on the flip of this candle if it's this 5. If it's the next 5, we'll have to break the lows of this current 5. We'll have to come down further. Couldn't we take a wick entry? You can if you're like super confident. I just don't know where it's gonna reject. It might just come down further, right? I'm not. It's not that I'm not super confident. You can if you want to be like, you know, if you want to get ahead of it and be a cowboy today, but you run the risk of it closing bearish, and then it's in the wrong direction. We had this top wick here, right? That big drive. It created a range, but I don't know. This might have been a rejection. It's a massive rejection back into range here. So the 5's gonna close bearish, right? What you don't want is a top wick for the next 5 to continue back down in range. That's why you would want the next 5 to create a bottom wick. See, the first thing this does is starts coming up. So yeah, I'm aware there's going to be a flip and a drive up, but the chances of it happening go down slightly when the first thing that happens here is a top wick and we don't fill this level. Right, the higher time frame typically, yeah, I'd say trust the higher time frame everything, but I have to take this into the consideration. Now if the 5 closes bullish here now in 4 minutes, right? Then you can look for that drive up. But for now, this looks like a top wick for the 5 to come down based on the previous 5 closing back in range and below the most recent, or right at most recent actually. So it'd be nice if we printed a support here on the 5.
You bad boys.
What was that?
Bear back.
BRB. LOL. The food that built America. Damn, watch these cells start forming here. Right? You're it would be really late. Or a lot would have to happen here in the next 15. I think I'll kick it here till, well, we're gonna see this 15 through. And I wanna see, we're gonna probably, I'll stay here till 10:30 because there's a chance we could get a position on the next 15 if we re-break these highs. Right? Most recent candles have not grabbed orders above here. We've tried to come up, re-break the previous hourly high. We've tried to come up right now. Off the start of the candle, off the first 5, it failed. See, it's now flipping back bearish. So once we do close above the overall at 29.6 and the most recent at 29.1, right? If we close below these areas, you're looking to come up and re-break this highs still to grab orders here, anywhere in this area. Once you do that and you flip, ideally this candle is closed here. So once you do that, right, your flip is right here, and then you can mirror this. So I said I'm going to see this 15, probably 30 through. 5 closed bullish. We're still below range, but it closed bullish at a smaller time frame support, right? It's 5 support. Maybe a bottom wick here down to 2028.7. Flip bullish, we start coming up, and a 15 closes above here, and we're looking for the next 15 buys. So it could have buys or sells here, it just depends how it reacts. Okay, there's the 5, flip bullish. Almost. You want to see this hourly flip. You want to give it a chance to flip and make sure that it's not going to drive. That's why on the 30 and the 15, once you get a closure below here, you're looking for a top wick to break these highs. We've never grabbed orders in this area, and this hourly's never flipped bullish. So if we do come down, right, if we get this bearish closure here, and then the hourly flips bullish, highly likely it's not the drive. Highly likely it's just a top wick for the hourly to continue down. But if it just drives down here now, I don't have an advantage. There's no edge here for me to play. This is also why you don't take a wick entry in this situation. There are situations when you can, not here. Like if this was the 4-hour close, if this hourly was the 4-hour close, but it wasn't. So our initial analysis wasn't wrong. But what's playing out here is completely separate of our initial analysis. Our initial analysis was off. Would have been different once that next candle closed above the range. 90 seconds here for the 15 close. Wouldn't be cool, right, if you were in here at a bottom wick expecting this to come up, and then it just keeps going against you. So if you know that's a possibility, include that into your analysis. Oh yeah, 4 hour, we broke the low. We get a 15 bottom wick. Oh, fuck you then. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I can't take a sell here. We have no wick, so we're gonna have to wait for either a 5 or a 15 to form one. This is gonna be, chat, this is gonna be the last 15. I'm gonna stay here. We're gonna stay here till 10:30. Well, I'm gonna be here till 10:30. I want to see how this candle closes. This is good that it's driving down now, right? Because now it's giving us range. I want this wick, this bottom wick here. I don't care if we close bullish or bearish here on the 15. What I care is that this 30 closes with a bottom wick. That's the first thing. If this 30 closes with a bottom wick, I'm going to expect the next 30 to create a top wick, and we're heading down to 2023. Right now, we want this 15 to drive down, come back up bullish, as long as it doesn't flip the hourly here on this 15. That's it. For all I cared, you know, as it drives down as far. I was gonna point it out with my finger to you guys. It could drive down to here. Yeah, 25. As long as it leaves us a bottom wick. That's an ugly 15. No bottom wick, no top wick. Next candle, no wick. Fucking Asian session. New York's been good to us. New York's been incredibly good to us. Asian session has just been, you know, been a bit more frustrating, a bit more. Since I wouldn't even say difficult. It's just understanding the lack, you know, of high quality opportunities in relation, like, to New York, right? Well, lately, because of the way the volume's been, or the way the catalysts have been all showing up overnight, where they, you know, people are waking up from New York and they're just like, holy shit. A lot of news has been getting dropped late at night after Asian session, or right at Asian session, where it, you know, by the time it's absorbed in the markets, New York session is driving. It could be one of those days where volume comes late every session. I mean, one of those. That's where the cycle is. Remember, we talk about it all the time, and you'll have market cycles for a month, 2, 3 months at a time, where volume shows up at a specific time, right? For New York session, we've had it show up at like, at like 9:45 for like 3 months, and then all of a sudden it switched, and volume started showing up at 8:30. Same thing here. You'll have it switch, and then for months at a time, you'll get volume at like 8:45, 9, right? And then it switch again, and then like you get volume right before we open, or snap. Nice. Did a little photo shoot today, chat. And then there was a photo shoot of the photo shoot. The fucking the behind the scenes of the photo shoot. You can't even tell.
Yo, you got me looking at pictures of this green egg grill and the shit they be cooking in there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
There's one guy cooking some biscuits in here.
Bro, my next door neighbor got the big green egg, but he got the large, like the extra large one. I'm trying to outdo him. I'm trying to. You see it?
Yeah, brother. Right. Another guy's cooking some boudin with some wings next to it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's dope. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Look at the Kamado Joe.
Yeah, this I see it lists the same exact thing, just red,
Just
basically.
read, yeah. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, so I'm trying to outdo. I'm trying to get the big red one. He got his shit next to the fence, and you could see like the whole top of it. And his shit is like he got the large one, like extra large, the biggest one that they make. And it's like it's not even fair. Like his barbecue game's next level. Like it's not even fair. It's embarrassing to be his neighbor right now with my barbecue game. I gotta step it up. I gotta show him like a brisket or something.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, cause we got, you know how it is in the neighborhood. You be battling who's got the best fucking the grill dad, who's the grill master of the neighborhood and shit. I'm trying to
Tell you,
trying
get
to
the
win this
cold
battle.
plunge and just shut the whole block down with the cold plunge.
Nah, I can't, cause he's got a cold plunge and a sauna.
No way.
He got a sauna, steam
Oh
room,
man.
cold plunge, whole thing going on. You know what he's got? If you look it up,
And he's got the big green egg.
look
He's got
if you know what the fuck
you
is this
need to
shit?
come out of
Yo, I need the Kamado Joe, and I need like, hold on. You know what he's got? He's got one of these. What are they called? Um,
so
he got a. It's called a barrel sauna. Look it up.
Barrel Sun.
Barrel sauna.
What the fuck is this?
He got that shit in his backyard, like the big motherfucker.
No way.
Yeah, hold
Bro,
on.
this is badass.
Yo, this is chat. This is what my neighbor has.
Yo, no way. I need one of these
He got
ASAP.
one in his backyard. Like, no, these are small. His shit is like massive. Like,
What
like,
the fuck? I didn't even know this was a thing.
no, these are tiny. He got like, these are
This
small.
is
I don't
why
know.
this is
Co-
why this is why
Compared to what
people
he's
have
got, I gotta, hold on. I gotta find you
to
what
have
he's
shit
got.
like
It's like a whiskey barrel, right? But it's a big ass sauna.
the
And
fuck?
he got that big green egg, and I'm like my backyard game is slacking. Like with this shit, I need one of these in the bathroom. These barrel saunas.
Yeah, bro, those are sick.
No, he's got. Well, I wish I could take this picture of what he got.
Yeah, this can yeah.
Hold on. Okay, I think he's got this one, but it's like it's like his is like triple the length. It goes across the whole yard. But it's like this with that big ass pipe on top and shit. It looks like a fucking a little fucking joint pipe. It's wild. It's dope. It's like 2 or 3 tiers.
Yo, I need to get my money up ASAP. I need that. That is sick.
Probably got the worst house on the block. You? Like from I don't have the worst house on the block. Definitely. Like, I got a nice pool. I got waterfalls in the pool. They ain't got that shit. But
Yo, that's sick though.
this fucker's
This
got
sauna thing,
yeah,
bro. I
he's
didn't
got that
know.
and he's got that
Yeah,
cold plunge right outside it. So you get out of there and you get into the
yeah.
cold plunge.
Fuck,
And
bro. You need to make that guy like what the fuck?
so I'm not building that whole shit in this house though. But I'm trying to get my grill game up. I'm gonna get a Kamado Joe. I think they got them at Lowe's. I think I might go tomorrow and get one at Lowe's. This shit's like
Yo, if you do, post it.
the thing is, I'll post his reaction as I'm wheeling it in because he's a fucking professional chef. He's always like, "Hey neighbor, you want to try my ribs?" Neighbor, I'm be like, "No, look, come here. I gotta show you. So you try my ribs." Hey, Wix, where's the pineapple? You lose your halo? No, I had to move it. I'll show you. I'll show you. The pineapple is. Oh, you guys probably won't be able to see it. You see it right there on the wall? It's right next to my Rolling Stones painting. Right next to that, I got the pineapple right there in the corner. I think I'm gonna put it above the painting though, like somewhere up there. And shit. That's the other end of my house.
So not in the background no more? No pineapple in the background?
No, not in the background. I got a sneaker collection on my background, and then I got that little skull on top of it. And then got the Rolling Stones over there. And I got my neighbor on the other end of this shit. Cooking up something wild.
You need to take him some THC butter.
No,
Tell him to cook.
I'm gonna actually, cause I didn't see him today, but I want to hit him up. I'm about to do like a party in his house. Straight up, I want to invite all my friends for the sauna. Be like, look, y'all, we all going through to my house, but the sauna's next door.
Sean is next door. And the cold punch.
And the
And
cold
the
punch.
big green egg. Girl.
My driveway ain't even got all its bricks. It's funny. Alright. Yo, if we need to pull back for this 30 right now. We need a bottom wick, a bottom wick. If it closes like the 15 closed, like the previous 15, I'm just gonna call it a session.
Brother. Mm.
Ha. Haha. Very funny, Gold. Very funny. This is crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. It's just gold being gold. There's no entries for me here. Chat. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I mean, what can I say?
You consider that no bottom wick, right? Just no.
Nah, there's no wick here. There's no wick here. Like, okay, so yeah, we'll come down a bit further. How far down? I don't know, but we will come down a bit further and flip bullish at some point. That's all I know. After that, I don't know what will happen. But the thing is, we could drive down 2 pips, 6 pips, 15, 25, and then flip. I don't know, right? That's why we don't have a confirmation. At some point, this will come down. Will it flip here? Or will it flip after this? Or will it flip after this? We don't know. But at some point, it has to create a bottom wick and flip bullish. So we can't take a sell because we're going to expect it to flip bullish. And we can't take a buy because we're on a massively bearish candle. And we can't take any buys till we actually re-break the highs here. Previous 4-hour close bearish. Current hourly is driving down. I would probably wait for London. I think Kieran's streaming next. Then you have Yanez and SG and Huss before dawn. But me personally, I'm not gonna look for positions until the morning. I'm gonna let Sunday play out. I'm gonna look for positions in the morning as we get some more volume. There's really no catalyst to drive us, not tonight, not tomorrow. So it's really gonna be all about the levels that we tap. Right? If we can get to we want to see higher, because we have no catalyst in the market to drive us, we want to see the higher time frame. Zoom out, go to the hourly. When in doubt, zoom out. Go to the hourly, go to the 4-hour, and look what the massive rejections come, right? At what areas, right? So we're on the 4-hour. Boom, 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 boom. Right? So you will look at these areas across the board, most likely. Here. Most likely here, and this is the areas where you want to start looking for trades. Or as you see massive drives, strong drives, then you could say, all right, so now we must tap these areas. Let me take a sell into them and finish out the drive, understanding that now we're gonna tap this area no matter what. Almost like the trade on Friday for buys. Like we were gonna come up no matter what. It was one of those just close your eyes and buy days, because we would have had to tap higher time frame resistances, right? So as we get days that don't have catalysts on the books, and we had nothing play out in the news, you probably want to look for your higher time frame rejections and look for market to get there and make a decision there. You just have to hop on as it's on the way there or as it's made its decision. Okay. So that's how I would look at it, even though, well, that's how I would look at it and understand that we also have a lot of range to drive. So if we don't have a catalyst, it's less likely that we drive outside these ranges. Highly likely that until maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, we might kind of bounce around here. It's still, it's big ranges, right? It's 200, 300 pip ranges, but we might bounce around here before driving to the next area because we're going to need a catalyst to drive us out of here. Catalyst or grabbing a large number of orders, which is also us driving past the extremes of the range. Okay, gang. That's my session. That's my time. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning on Don's stream. And for everyone that's going to be here for Asian, I'll see you guys same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube. I'll send out the link at like a bit earlier tomorrow, maybe at around 7 o'clock. But we'll definitely be live by 8 p.m. All right. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And just like that, another Asian session is in the books.
Peace, boys.
Later,
See you tomorrow.
later. Good night, everybody.